Hi, Ted Lasso fans. Welcome to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I'm Tori. This is Dr. S. We're going to discuss episode 10 of Ted Lasso season 3. I can't believe it. It is called International Break, and it was like over an hour.
It was,
long.
but it flew by for me.
Yeah. There was a lot in this episode, so we're just gonna start with Nate.
Okay.
Let's just get right into that. So he's out at West Ham, and I thought for sure it was Rupert's doing, and that he booted him out.
So I knew he quit.
How did you know? I mean, we found out, but how did you know?
I didn't know, but so I was watching with my husband, your brother, and he was just like, oh, he got fired. And I was like, actually, we don't know that he didn't quit. See, they've done that to us a few times.
Yeah.
Remember with the whole Henry bullying thing?
Yes.
All we know is that an event happened, and then we're supposed to think about what happened. And then I was like, oh, but they haven't said what happened.
Yeah.
So
you had a feeling.
I did. I was just like, we don't know that.
Yeah. Well, he quit, and good job. But he's pretty depressed about it, of course. Anybody would be, and I love that Jade was there for him. She has to go to Poland to visit her family, so she's not completely there for him physically.
The light bulb joke.
Oh my gosh.
How perfectly played was that?
I know, and I felt bad for laughing, but I was like, but then she was like, what?
What joke? Was she joking or not joking? I love her so much.
I love her too.
You can come help me and my family change light bulbs.
He's like,
that's funny. She's like, what's funny?
What?
I still can't tell.
I know, but I laughed. But then
her outfit, I'm sorry, but she wore 2 different colors of denim. Dark denim on light denim.
She rocked it.
I immediately was like, can I rock that?
I think so.
Thinking about what I had in my wardrobe. I kind of want to try that.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah.
She's so cool. So anyway, Nate decides to retreat to his parents' house, probably his family home, growing up, right? And so he wants to do, I don't know if I would say soul searching, but I think he just wants to heal there. And when he finds his violin, I'm happy to report, if you didn't already know, that is really Nick Mohammed playing the violin.
I suspected because of the how close they were to his hands and stuff, that it looked very real to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've also seen my son fake play violin. You've seen it.
Yeah.
And that looked. It looked real. It looked totally authentic. So yeah, I liked that it was him playing, and his wife on piano.
Oh,
yeah. So his real life wife was playing the background piano music.
I did not know that.
How cute is that?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, how do you feel about this? Do you feel like we're getting our Nate back, or what do you think? Nate the Great?
I think so, and I think that whole flipping through the photo album was a metaphor too for him rediscovering who he is, how he got to where he is. I love the whole story with his dad. That immigrant story, it's stereotypical, but it's so real. That's exactly how it plays out in so many immigrant families, right? Where the parents are pushing so hard because they have all these opportunities that, they never had, and they want to make sure their kids don't waste them. And then all the kid really wanted was to feel loved. And all the parent really does want is for the kid to be happy, really, but then that's not what they didn't think that was enough to want for them. But it was really cute that they had their moment.
Finally.
Yeah.
It needed to happen.
I know.
The fact that his dad was like, he knew he did wrong because he said he didn't know how to parent a genius.
Yes.
But just the admitting, and then him crying and feeling remorse for it, and I know he did the best he could.
Yeah. I mean, I wish that stuff really happened, but it kind of made me think of last week's episode with Colin. Yeah. It's just all fantasy land here.
Pretty much. Which I do want to say, I'm so grateful. One of our viewers commented that we missed the point of saying that we didn't care that he was gay and the team didn't care that he was gay. But then Ted had that great story. I can't believe we left it out. That, no, you should care. Yes. You referenced that person that he was.
That was and I love that how Ted had that speech. I know, I can't believe we missed talking about that too.
Huge.
Yeah. And it's not an important thing. It's such an important thing for Colin to have come out, and he wants everyone to care, because this is a big deal.
I still can't. I feel terrible still. We dropped the ball, and I'm not making a pun. We really dropped the ball on that one. So I'm so glad that they corrected us and. Oh, but anyway, okay. Back to this unrealistic thing. No, I was kidding.
I mean, it happens for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The biggest moment for me was when Nate apologizes to Will with his little card. And I think that's lavender or something.
Yes.
And then he was so cute, too.
Yeah. I thought of you, though, because I know that lavender's disgusting. Yes.
I'm supposed to be like, oh, cool, it must smell really good. But I'm like, I hate it. I have such an aversion to lavender, and I can't explain why. So don't ask me. But that was really nice, because I feel like I want to know why he quit, but I mean, I have ideas. We have ideas why he quit, but I want to see how that unfolded.
Right. Well, and I imagine that it's just that he doesn't feel belonging there. Like, it's just not a match, right? Yeah. Like, he's not going to feel good working for this man who he just can no longer believe is, like, doing his best.
Right.
Who has his best interests at heart. Yeah. Like, he's just not. Like, he's basically literally trying to bring him down to his level, like, as soon as he met his girlfriend, Jade.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I just felt like he felt like the right thing to do was not work in this environment.
Yeah.
I hope.
I'm excited because obviously Nate's going to come back, right?
How's it going to happen, though? Because I love how he snuck in, right, with Renee, like, letting him in, and nobody saw him, but Will knows, and Will's probably going to tell someone, right?
Has to.
He has to.
And I thought maybe that would happen in this episode, but...
Right. But they got to, like, drag it out, because that is, like, at least when season 2 ended, that was a big question, like, how's Nate's redemption arc going to come about? Because we've always known it's going to happen.
Is it going to be completely obscure? Is he going to be a violinist now? I mean, like, is he not going to do
he's going to come back and
football?
Coach because he's so good and he loves it.
Yeah, I hope so. I was just thinking.
I think so, but I would love him to also play violin more.
That was probably just to reconnect himself with who he used to be or whatever. Who
he cried. It was him crying.
Oh,
I love the violin for that reason.
Oh,
it's just like,
let it out. So beautiful. Yes. Okay. So I'm happy with what's going on with Nate, and I'm so glad that he came to that realization and wasn't fired.
By the way, that song apparently, because I read his little tweet, it translates to mirror, mirror.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that crazy? Remember the whole spitting on the mirror thing?
Oh. Cool. That just made it even better. Oh my gosh. More deep. Okay. Thank you. Right. So this whole international break thing, I guess that's like a real thing in the sports world or something. I don't know. They go and players are picked to represent their country's team. Okay. So we got Van Damme. Obviously, you're going to Canada. Cool. We got Jamie repping England. Danny is going to represent Mexico, but we're going to see a whole other side of Danny when he's like, so I'm trying to think, is he even like that when they're playing other football teams? Like, just as, their team? I'm just saying, like, why is he all of a sudden, because he's playing for Mexico, and he's playing Canada, right? So he's playing, but he's like, you're dead to me. But he doesn't even do that.
He doesn't do that to the opponents on the other teams. But that's a good question, actually. I didn't even
act that way. He's smiling on the field, and I don't know why.
That's true.
What was the point of that? Is my question. Because
besides just the humor.
Well, yeah, and if it was supposed to be funny, it got old for me. I don't know. I kind of was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, the first little bit was funny.
Yeah, but then why did he get his own? They get their own storyline, like with it. I can see in the locker room that he's like, but maybe there is some reason for that because they don't throw anything away in this show. Okay, and then am I saying it right? Bumbercatch is going.
Bumber.
He's gonna be Bumber.
Yes.
He's going to represent Switzerland, and I like when he was like, "Oh, I didn't know you're Swiss." He's like, "Yeah, look at me." And then again, I was like, "Am I supposed to laugh at that?" I'm sorry, but yeah. Anyway, funny. Colin will represent Wales, and Sam will not represent Nigeria. So that was. So sad, but do you like how when Jamie was like, "Oh, sorry, mate," and then he was like, "It's okay, like congratulations to you."
Yes.
Like, but
Sam is he just handles everything with professionalism. He never stoops to anyone's like level.
No, especially not Edwin Okufo.
Oh my gosh, I loved how he just smiled.
Yeah,
not gonna give you the time of day.
Anything. Yep, because he paid $20 million to keep him off of that team because he's a bitter.
Toddler.
Spoiled toddler. Toddler.
He is a toddler.
That moment.
Rich toddler.
Yes. So, also I have to say I love when we see Jamie wearing Sam's number when he's.
That was so
sorry,
sweet.
Can't throw that away. That was
so
amazing.
Sweet.
So let's talk about this Edwin Okufo, his Okufo League. It's like a super league, and we get Rupert the Devil. He convinces Rebecca to go to this meeting, and of course she's with all men, and Keeley's best advice is just like look at them all like they're children.
Like which she does.
Yes.
But I like how when she gets ready, she does the whole like, I remember that. I love the like circling back to things because we're wrapping things up, right?
No, we're not. No, we are. All right. So I love that just to like further push that like acting like a toddler thing. He throws food at everybody. when he doesn't get his way. Like, that's what you do. You throw things and it happened to be food. That's pretty silly.
Yeah.
But did you start to feel softer toward Rupert?
No. I loved her speech. Rebecca's speech was so good. I just loved her. I was like in tears because I'm not a huge sports person, as you know.
Yeah.
But I very much value what it provides people.
Yeah.
Like the community, like spending time together, rooting for our common cause. And, you know, like we live in Las Vegas. Like,
go Knights, go!
Yeah, go. And the Golden Knights came here at a really tough time for our city. And so that's part of like the whole, you know, like you can't ever forget like Vegas strong stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah. So when she gave that whole speech, I just got chills again.
I know.
And so it's like she wanted to keep it. I mean, it's already expensive.
Right.
Right. So then just to make it even more expensive and more elitist, like I loved that whole, you know, like story, like she wants to keep it for the people. And if I felt anything for Rupert, it's because she humanized him.
About where he started.
Yeah. And I love that she's able, because this is how now she's truly over him. Because she's able to say something nice about him and it not be because she wants him back or is jealous of whatever or still mad because of his affairs.
Yes.
She's able to like, you were good. This is why I could have these feelings for you for so many years. Yeah. But I'm done.
She's like free. She's like liberated. Done. Yeah.
Yeah. When he leaned in, I was just like, ew, no, you're not.
Stop. Don't ruin the moment.
Disgusting.
I know. My favorite line, I think she says is, I'll just paraphrase it, is just because we own these teams doesn't mean they belong to us.
Yes.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes. I love that. Yeah.
Yes. But yes, that also did make me think of our hockey team, the Golden Knights. Because it's for us. I mean, you know, also like, that goes back to last week's episode. Like, you can't just like yell at your team when they're not doing well. Like, you know what I mean? And our team means so much to us here in Las Vegas, as I know all of them do. But because of the way we started and when we needed them the most. Yeah. So beautiful. So sports can be so much more like sentimental. Yeah. You know, to people. So yeah. Okay. Let's get off of that because it's making me sad in a good way. In a good way. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Keeley. So KJPR. Is no more for a minute because the VC pulled funding. Oh, weird. I wonder why. It's so convenient.
Jack's a jerk.
Jack is officially a jerk.
And she didn't even tell her.
Because she's in Argentina and the time difference.
But other people knew?
But Barbara knew. She told her in an email. She could have at least done that. Like, no. Right. I'm not believing that. That the time change messed you up. Yeah, so I got to see another side of Barbara, which I have always liked Barbara. Yes. You know, we don't do well with new characters, right? No. Unless they are... Yes. They like the what's his name? Zaba. Like yes, he went there, he served his purpose, and he left. Get out. Quick. Yes. Not Jack, too long. Yeah. Barbara, I have not been bothered by her. I think she's funny, and she brought like another side to Keeley. Like, I'm your CFO, and you can't just like do these things. Like, she's teaching her.
It made sense. Yeah. She makes sense. It worked for Totally.
Yes. So, but then I also love that Keeley tried to like buy her a snow globe, and she's okay, but I have to pay you for it. But then she had to give it back. I
post the receipts. Oh I love it. She's consistent.
She is. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's not like even out of character for her, right? No. Yes. So I love that.
She wore the juicy couture velour. She's like, what did she say? Like, I like to be.
Because she likes clothes that tell the truth. She's juicy. Oh my God! I can't believe I haven't seen that in so long.
With the crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah, rhinestones. I mean, sorry, rhinestones.
Oh, crystals sounded fancier. It would make sense. All right. Well. Luckily, Rebecca is the best friend anybody could ever ask for, so she's able to be the new VC. So she's going to help her keep... Did you think KJPR was really done?
I guess I did, yeah.
I did too. Yeah, why did I not see that coming?
I know.
She's a really wealthy best friend who could totally do it, obviously. But and then that means that Barbara's back as CFO, Yay. So I'm really happy about that.
Spin-off material?
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I don't know.
I don't know if it would hold my attention, because even when this season when they would go off
but what if Roy's in it?
Okay, wait. I didn't think about that because they're officially back.
They're back.
They're back.
They're back.
We waited 10
I buy it too.
episodes. I do too.
I get it. I get it because it was his thing.
Yeah. It was on him. Get out of your own way, Roy.
You're stuck.
Well, Roy is okay. The way I love it, like. He leaves her the note, and he's like, what are you doing here? She's like, I live here. So, but then she's, like, looking like she's really into this, and then he's like, And then she's like, I never know to read your handwriting.
And then you could kind of, I don't know, like, how bad is it?
Yeah, I know. It was a
little, like, tight psychopath.
Psychopath. Yeah, well, he does have psychopath tendencies. But so then that's better because then he is saying it to her.
Yeah.
And such good acting by those two because when she's just like, okay, thank you. And then he's like, okay. Like, he accepted it. Like, she doesn't want anything to do. And then the way they cut to her just, like, barely going to, like, actually go find him. And then, the next thing you see is, like, he's coming down.
He's coming, We're like, who's back there?
That was really well done. They didn't really make it this big, long, drawn-out drama. It was...
Well, and I love that we got to see Phoebe because I was really sad that we hadn't seen Phoebe and the teacher because that kind of went,
that needed to come back.
So, and it was great. I mean, it worked for me.
They wrapped it up really well.
It was enough. Like, he acknowledged that there was flirting because there was. And then it was kind of her saying that, like, oh, you were stuck. That he was like, because, like, when people say it in the right way, you finally get it.
You're like, oh, yeah,
oh, dang, I was stuck.
That's pretty big,
And so many people have, like, over the course of this season, called his attention to it. Like, we saw the whole the little note that he had in his wallet. Yeah. And then, people calling him on, like, being afraid to, like, put himself out there.
Yeah. A lot of growth for Roy.
Good job, Roy.
Even though he was already so enlightened of a character.
Like, you can be enlightened here, but not here, right? And then all of a sudden, boom. Your true self comes out.
Oh my God. Thank God. Really love it. And to have...
they tricked... I was afraid that they were not going to get back together for a while.
Well, when the teacher came into play, but I like that she was the one that should deliver the final blow for him to, like, wake up.
Yeah.
Because we did kind of suspected, like, that could be something that happened. So I'm glad that she came back. Yeah. But... then I was like, no, is he going to go on a date with her? And so I liked that wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, I think she kind of wanted to go on a date with him.
Oh, yeah, she's like, really? Did he really have to say that? Okay, but the best thing about this is Uncle's Day.
Oh, my gosh.
Is there really an Uncle's Day?
I feel like there's
over
a
there?
day.
Overseas?
Oh, I thought
do we have those here?
I feel like there's a day for everything. Like, if you looked it up, there's probably. It's just not a big Hallmark holiday.
Yes.
Should be, though.
Yeah, well...
Yeah.
You can't have Uncle Day with Roy without Jamie, because they're kind of a twosome now.
Oh, so adorable.
They're the best bromance I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So he gets him this really sweet, well thought out, like thoughtful gift, even though he changed the E to U on his name.
I got it right away.
Oh, yeah.
Then I was watching with my husband, your brother, and he was just like, I was like, don't make me say it.
I'm not really surprised.
And then when Phoebe got it, give me a quid or whatever money.
I also like seeing Roy's sister, by the way. We can't forget her. That was really cool. Yeah.
I know, finally, because we've only seen her the one time in the hospital.
Yeah. A lot of people coming back that needed to come back. So thank you for satisfying
and like how
us.
Jamie was like, your sister's really fit.
And I will cut your eyes out.
I want to incorporate fit.
Yeah, is that new?
I feel like I've only heard it. I've only heard it this season a lot. They've said it.
Yeah.
But then now I'm like getting it. Like that's basically like you're hot.
Yeah.
She's fit.
But is that a British thing or is that a new generation thing?
Because it's not like fit like you're you're just in shape. You're like the whole thing.
The whole
package.
Yeah. But yeah, that gift to him and then he was like he loves it or whatever and then you gotta end it on that where he's like sister's fit and then he's like I will cut your eyes out. But so good things are happening here. But do you realize, like, not a lot with Ted? Mm-hmm. He did have his episodes this season, but, I mean, he had, like, the little thing with Rebecca, and he's like, you mean it only happens once a month? And then she's talking about wine delivery. Yes, she's like, unless you're pregnant, and of course you're like...
he had very little, because when we saw him again at the end, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, we haven't seen you very much.
Where'd you come from? Yeah, and she spits the tea, or as he calls it, which I love, tree piss. Dude, that's another thing. I hate... tea like Ted. So it's so nice to see somebody hate tea. Yeah, I really have to find
I love that she spit in his face because it's again circle back.
Yes,
let's just mirror everything, right? Okay.
Yes, but I'm gonna need more of Ted a little bit. I love that we got to like wrap all these things up.
Yeah. Well, the Nate Ted thing's coming.
Absolutely,
there has to be.
Can't wait for that. Right? And the Rebecca Ted thing's coming, right? I kind of want them to end up together. Oh. Sorry, I love their platonic relationship. I love the friendship. But, okay, there was a little nugget in this episode of her holding up the green matchbook and the green army man.
I did see that.
That he...
Like a love triangle type thing?
No.
Like, not a triangle, like threesome. No. I mean, like a decision.
That green matchbook...
I don't know why I don't see it.
No, because I don't think we're supposed to see it. And it's really far-fetched.
Some people are saying it. And I don't know. I just think...
I don't know why, but I kind of want it to happen more than ever. Because at first I was like, no, they can just be friends, and they can be like a great example of like a heterosexual man and a heterosexual woman being just friends. Yeah. I get it, but I also now I'm like, no, I need this to happen. It's not going to.
I still am like rooting for Sam. I know earlier this season I was over it, but now I'm like, when they were like awkward fist, like shoulder, I was like, oh, they still like each other.
Yeah. I like it too. Yeah, but I guess I just like closed that. For some reason I like closed it off and I'm like, it's not gonna happen. But who knows? I really I don't know why everything is based on like love connections here with me, but like I just feel like Ted might need it, and who better than then can she be his boss then?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know.
Okay, doesn't matter. It's not gonna happen. I know, guys, I know. It's not gonna happen. It probably shouldn't happen. But what do you think should happen? You let us know. You always do. Hey, those few people that comment, they make this all worth it, because like I get it. We're very like low level YouTubers, if you even want to call us. I don't even know if we can be called YouTubers with our subscriber count and all that stuff and our views, but that does not negate, doesn't take away from the fact that like every time you guys put a comment, whether we reply or not,
so happy.
It like fills us with so much joy. And this fact that you're willing to talk to us about it, especially the people in Britain that are just like being very like, because we're silly little Americans probably too, and I told you I love that.
Talking about the show has been so fun, like, because we don't know a lot about football,
and they're very patient, right? Football. See, and we still want to say soccer, right? But yeah, it's football, and just like the little like you know. I don't know, aphorisms, like just stuff that I'm not used to, and then they're like, or like, this is obviously based on this story that happened. I'm like, I don't know, but I like all the insights, so please keep them coming. All right, and then as always, I know it's redundant, but please like and subscribe, and then we'll see you next week for the penultimate episode. Oh my gosh, we'll see you then. Bye. Yeah!